Hello and welcome to CS 1400 Fundamental of Programming here at Utah Valley University. My name is Shoykot Dash and I'll be your instructor this semester. I'm glad that you are here, whether you're a computer science major starting your degree, an engineering student picking up a required course, or someone from a completely different major who just wants to make a computer do what you tell it to. All three kind of students do well in this course every semester. So grab a notebook and let's get started with some required things. So let me share my screen and I'll show you. Okay, so so here's a roadmap for my video today. This is an introductory video. There are 4 things that I want you to walk through knowing. First, who your professor is and how to reach me when you need help. Second, what the course syllabus leaves and how you need to actually read it rather than skim it. Third, how this course works week by week. This includes the course calendar, the weekly announcement I post, and student required learning and overview page you will find in each module and the class video I record. A weekly concept video basically, plus an explanation video for each project, and for the resource available to you when you get stuck before you will get stuck, and it's normal, right? So one quick note on that last bullet on your screen, watching those videos is optional but strongly recommended. When I say optional but recommended, what I really mean is the student who watch them tend to earn better grades. So take that for what it worth. So who is your professor? This is me. Let's start with me. I'm not just a name in Canvas. You can either call me Dr. Das or Professor Das. Either is fine. I'm an assistant professor in computer science here at EVU. I earned my PhD from University of Memphis, and my research area is cybersecurity, especially applying machine learning to the security problems. The biggest question is like why you can find me. So my office located in the very new building, SE building, Smith Engineering Building 410A. This is the very near to the stairway. So you can find me there. Okay, I think instead of telling you what kind of instructor I am, I would like to tell, I will let former student tell me. These are the real comment from the past evaluation. Someone told me like he was flexible with due date if you asked nicely, really grateful and being merciful and answering questions. He's open to help me when I needed it most, was always available and willing to help. He's very helpful in class, but the difficulty in technology, address our questions. Was always quick to respond. I enjoyed how he explained how to do everything in the detail, very helpful, easy to learn. So these are my students saved through their SRI. Hopefully you'll write the same thing to me. So the next thing is like how you can meet me. So let's talk about these things. So this is the important things. There are various ways to communicate with me. So my preferred way of communication is Canvas message. Because it keeps our conversation attached to the course. If you don't have the access in Canvas message at some point, you can always email me. Here's my email address, my first name dot last name at uv.edu. But make sure you include your name, the course number, and the section number. I teach multiple courses and sections, so an email that just said, I have a question about the assignment doesn't tell me which assignment in which class, right? And number 3 is in-person meeting at AC 410A or a virtual meeting over the Microsoft Teams. I typically respond within 1 business days, often much faster. And if a question seems useful to me, I will post the answer in a Canvas announcement. So This is the really important things, the announcement. But I'll let you know those things later. Now, what is my office hour if you would like to meet me in person? So my office hours are Tuesday and Thursday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. This is only the virtual meeting, like Microsoft Teams. On Wednesday, I have both in-person and virtual meeting. You can meet me either in person or virtual on these days, but for Tuesday and Thursday, it's only the virtual office hour. One important rule is like you must schedule a meeting before you stop by. Don't just show up at my door. I use the Microsoft booking page. How to schedule. This is the Microsoft booking page. This is also linked to the Canvas office hour booking page. When you go to the course orientation, you can find it like office hour booking page. This is the exact link where that particular um, page is linked. Okay, now the important thing is like course syllabus. So let me go to the course syllabus real quick. So here's the course. If you go to so this is the homepage of the course. I will post a new video here. You can find all of the modules listed here, and some quick helpful links are like syllabus, instructor information, office hour booking page, and some other helpful videos. If you click the syllabus, it will go to the syllabus page. Here are some of my information that I already told you. This is the course description, course outcomes. You need to read it very, very carefully. This is really important. I want you to read it carefully, not just skim it. Read it. It's the contract for this course, right? It has the grading breakdown, late work policy, exam window, full week by week schedule, and the required materials. Okay. Speaking of the materials, this is the required textbook. Uh, the required textbook is Think Python version 3 by the Alan D. Downey. It is free and online. It runs on Google Colab. No separate platform account needed. There are several editions floating around out there. I want everyone using version 3 specifically. So use the link here. So you need to install the Python 3.13 version or later and an IDE, integrated development environment. It's just like a notepad type of things while you write your code. But in the integrated development environment, you have a lot of suggestion of the keyword and other things. These are the well-known things, Thorny and VS Code. Uh, so you can install either of them. So VS Code is a great choice if you're already comfortable with development tools. If you're very new, I would recommend Thorny. So both are free. Okay, these are the substantive interaction for this course. I try to provide direct instruction, assessing feedback on coursework, instructor-led discussion board, weekly announcement with contextual insight, providing information and responding to questions. And this is the important thing, 3, instructor-student meeting to share the feedback. I'll go through those things in a minute. Okay, so let me go to my slide. Let me go to this slide first, how the course works. So basically, syllabus, right? And in the syllabus, the time commitment, I already mentioned about the time commitment. It's like a 3 credit hour course. So expect to spend at least 9 hours per week. And this is the university standard. And here's the realistic, not padding. Programming takes time because you learn it by doing it, not by reading about it, right? So block those hours on your calendar right now. Okay. Then this is the weekly rhythm. Every Monday morning, I post a weekly announcement, and I want you to build the habit of reading it first thing. That announcement lists exactly what you need to finish that week. It is your checklist for next 7 days. So please go into your Canvas settings and turn your notification on for this course. This is how you stay tuned in with me and never wonder what's due, right? Every module also has a student required learning and overview page laying out exactly what to do this week. And also there is a class video covering the concept plus explanation video for the project. Work in that order: announcement, overview, reading, video, and lab. Okay. So if I go to the syllabus again, you can see here, um, so you can see here the formative assessment has different things like required reading, discussion, lab assessment, project supporting lab. These are lowest stakes things, and summative assessment has the highest stakes things project. There are like 5 big projects. So in total, it carries 40%. Midterm, there are 2 midterm exams. Each of them is 10%, in total 20%. And then the final project, which is like 15%. So 40 and 15 is like 55% are from the project. So these are the highest stakes things. In addition to that, you'll get 3% extra credit on top of 100, 1% for the final exam bonus question, 1% for submitting the SRI at the very end. This is really important for me. I seriously uh, take those comments and try to use the constructive comment to improve my teaching for the further semesters. And thirdly, meeting your professor thrice, which will carry 1% in total. This is really important. Also, these are not required. Like previously, some of my students told me that why don't you uh, I have my work schedule, I cannot meet those hours, but those are not required, those are optional. So don't worry about those things. If you miss it, don't worry. But uh, if you're available, you can meet me on those 3 days. So first one is like very introductory things. At least you know me, who I am, or who you are. I would like to know you, not just like a host. I will post the links once I create those meeting link. The second one, I would like to go through some of the projects, asking question. If you have any question, I can you can ask me those questions on this time. And third one is like around the end of the semester, I would like to know how you're doing, uh, like about the course and much more things. So these are my late work statement. So as I told you, late submission do not, no, I haven't told you. Late submission do not earn the full credit, definitely not. The number of points earned is reduced when your assignment is credit. All assignments are due 11:59 p.m. on that particular day assigned. There is no makeup exam for midterm and the final. So we don't have any makeup things. So mark your calendar for midterm and final within the certain time period or certain time window. You need to finish the exam within that time period. So no makeup. So for the late work, that will be penalized by 0.2% of the full credit of the assignment per hour for up to 20 calendar days. Submission after 20 days or the last day of class, whichever comes first, you will receive no point. That means if the assignment is due today, you will get point up to next 20 business days. Or if the assignment is closer to December 4th, December 4th is the last day of class. After December 4th, you will not get any point. Typically, you're not supposed to submit anything after December 4th. And as always, late work may or may not receive feedback at the instructor discretion. In addition to that, you will have 2 grace days to be claimed for any project-related assignment only during the semester through the late penalty waiver form. So this is the late penalty waiver form. With that form, you can submit your request for 2 grace days for this semester. In that way, you can waive some of the programming project assignments. Okay, now as I told you, the assignments are divided into 4 categories on every week: reading, lab, project, and the project supporting lab. So Each module has reading tasks, some from the textbook, some from the Canvas. The order matters here. Read the materials first and submit the read and consent quiz, or the other way around. So clicking consent acknowledgement that you actually done the reading and that I may check your comprehension at any time. For the week lab, so every week has labs, and there are two kinds. First one is the regular lab, designed to help you master that week's concept. And the second type of lab is the project supporting lab, which is built especially to help you finish your project perfectly. So please be attentive to both, especially for the project supporting lab. Your projects are 40% of your grade. So this is the single biggest piece, right? So those project supporting lab are what make them manageable. Do the project supporting lab and the project is mostly assembly. Skip them and the project feels impossible. So I would like to add one piece of flexibility on the lab here. Each lab has its own deadline listed in the canvas, but I give you some room here. Wherever a lab's deadline falls during the week, you can submit it anytime up to that Friday. So if things get busy midweek, get your labs in by Friday and you're fine. Okay, so these are the projects. So there are like 5 projects. You need to finish this project one at a time. So for the assessment, there are 2 midterm exams taken in Canvas within a specific window. As I told you, note that window and mark on your calendar because there is no makeup exam and your final exam is the final project, project 6. Okay. What else? These are the details of the course schedule. From first week, we have a shorter week. So starting with module 0, then next week is the module 1, all the way to module 5. Then after module 5, we have exam. So this is the first midterm exam. You need to finish within this time period. Then from 6 to all the way, there's a fall break here, all the way to module 11. So typically in module, so midterm exam 2 is not covered module 12 to all the way, so up to module 11. So then Thanksgiving and final week, and the final exam day is the December 11. You need to submit your final project by December 11. Well, I would like to add some information here. The student responsibility. As you are paying, you are supposed to read, submit your work. So nothing is free. So you have already paid for the tuition. These are your responsibility. For me, I try to respond your messages within 1 business days. If there are like multiple things, I will try to answer those things through the announcement. So check the announcement or turn the announcement notification on. And these are the other responsibility from me. And this is really important, academic honesty. Like I found at least 5 students last summer who cheated and I gave them an E grade. So keep in mind about the academic honesty things. So I want to read these things here. When you submit your work, you're claiming that it is your own and you understand how and why it works. External resources may be used to learn, but not to complete your work for do like not to complete your work for you, right? So do not copy work from website, other student or other resources. Do not read another student's code unless explicitly authorized. Well, the AI tools. In this era, I cannot restrict you to use the AI tools. It's because you need to use it, but in a constructive way. So AI tools like ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, Claude, or similar tools may be used to help you learn concept, understand the errors, brainstorm approaches, and review your work. Unless explicitly authorized, you may not submit AI-generated code, answers, or any other work as your own, or use AI to complete the assignment, quiz, and exams for you. You are responsible for everything you submit and must be able to explain and demonstrate your understanding of it. Assignment-specific AI instruction take precedence over this general policy. If you're unsure whether a use of AI is acceptable, ask me before using it. So these are the consequences if you are getting caught. On the first instance, a non-replaceable zero on that assignment, whatever it is, and at the final grade, you will get one letter grade deduction in the course. On the second instance, you will get an E grade and immediately removed from the course. So this is the very important things. Keep in mind. So what I suggest, if you would like to use an AI tool, just before writing anything, just ask this question, the question first, or this prompt first. Do not give me the exact solution or the code. Then ask the next question so that it will not give you the answer or the solution. That helps you a lot, right? You will not get the answer. You will not get the code, but it can help you. You need to use it. Okay. Okay, let's see what you have. Okay, meet your professor thrice. I already have told you these are optional, no pressure. If you don't have any time on those like particular time period, it's okay. If you have time, feel free to hop into that particular meeting and get some extra points. Well, this is the learning curve of this particular course. So the learning curve is like steady here. You can see uh, honestly about this learning curve, because this is where I lose a student who didn't need to lost. Programming doesn't get easier at a steady rate, right? It's not a straight line. For the first few weeks, you can see it feels manageable. Variable input and some arithmetic, then around loops and function, a lot of students hit a wall. It feels like everyone else gets it and you don't. Then something clicks and suddenly the thing that was impossible last week feels obvious. So here's one piece of advice for the whole semester. When you get stuck, get help within 48 hours. Not at the end of the module, not before the exam, within 2 days. That's it. That's the difference between the students who thrive here and the ones who struggle. Feel free to reach me out. These are the helpful tools. So there is an IA lab. I don't recall the exact room number, but I hope you know. There's an IA lab, the instructional assistant students who already taken this course and done well. They are specifically for you, and this is free, staffed, and unreduced. Go there. Second, the Microsoft Teams channel. I will create a Microsoft Teams channel once I publish this course. Ask any question there. Probably I'll not be there to answer the question. If I'm not there, maybe some of your classmates answer your question, or you can answer other people's question there. Explaining something to a classmate is one of the fastest ways to find out whether we actually understand it. Or the classmate, work near each other, talk through problems, compare approaches. That collaboration and that's the collaboration, right? And I encourage it. And I already have told you, this is a serious part. You will find code online. You can find it in any online resources or from AI tool. I'm not going to pretend that doesn't exist, but my rule is do not submit any code you can't explain. Not code you didn't write, code you cannot explain. If you can walk me through every line, why it's there and what happens if you change it, you have learned something. If you can't, you have submitted something that isn't yours in any meaningful sense. And I do check. If a submission raises a flag, I may ask you to meet with me and walk me through your own code. That conversation goes fine for a student who understand what they turn in. It goes badly for a student who don't. So let me be concrete about this text, because this is the hypothetical. Just this past semester, I already have told you about the 5 students use the AI tools to solve their assignment for them, and they earn an E grade. I don't say to scare, and I don't say that to scare you. I say it because those students almost certainly didn't think of themselves as cheating when they started. Okay. So I told you before you start chatting with any AI tool about the course, tell it, do not give me the code or the solution. Then ask the next question. Okay. And at any point, if you don't understand it, you can ask me what to do, what not to do. Okay, now do one thing for me. Not one thing, these things for this week. First, read the syllabus completely. You can find the link in the canvas. Then install the Python and the IDE. IDE can be Thorny or VS Code, whichever you like. Then bookmark your online Think Python book. It's a free textbook. Then turn your Canvas notification on. So every Monday you will get an announcement at the very first morning. Then fifth actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So mark your calendar for those 3 times meet your professor meeting. Those are like September 24th, October 28th, and November 17th. They're listed in the Canvas as well. And finally, record a short video about yourself, uh, what you would like to do, who you are actually, and what you like to do in this course, what you would like to earn from this course, what is your expectation, and post it to the discussion due this week. Introduce yourself. And as always, if you have any question about anything that I have covered or anything I haven't, send me a message in Canvas. If it is not, email me in that email address, my first name dot last name @edu, or book a slot on my office or booking page. I'll generally rather answer a small question in a week, one than a big one in the week 8, right? And one last thing, by the end of the semester, you're going to write programs that decode languages, simulate population, rebuild archives, and navigate a spacecraft. If that sounds out of reach right now, that's fine. It's supposed to. We will get there one module at a time. Okay. Okay, that's all for today. I'm looking forward to working with you. And again, welcome to CS 1400, and I'll see you in the first weekly announcement. See you again. Bye bye.